Hey there, babes. It's your gal, Jenny here. So it's funny, we're doing a creative challenge. So if you haven't seen the other videos, go back and look. This is a playlist now with several videos in it that you can use to kind of help get you started with your creative journaling. But yeah, as I was looking through my inventory of journals and notebooks and things, I was thinking, I'll just quickly show them what I have, and then that doesn't turn out to be a quick thing. So this is not even half the journals that I have in notebooks, but I did want to show you kind of the variety of things you might use and why I went to this like default mixed media book. So anyway, this was just a quick notebook. I use this kind of notebook, like literally the cheapest Walmart notebook you can find, for just like day-to-day notes for like client work and stuff, just when I'm on a call, but also just like, I don't know, when I'm trying to kind of visualize things or when I make lists, like shopping. Anyway, so I do use stuff like this just to kind of jot down ideas and sometimes doodle. And these are like 10 cents at Walmart when it's back to school, or like 25 cents now. Anyway, so tons of other notebooks I got, and I will explain why I put these together because they're not open yet, but these are ones that I did order for specific reasons. So this is just a watercolor paper book, and so is this, and this is a black pad, but the similarity is the spiral. I like when I'm doing something where I'm like collaging or laying out a page and I have to actually work in the journal. I like something like this that can lay flat or actually even be removed. So some of them have a removable component, and I think that's kind of cool. So I think I have one over here somewhere, but oh yeah, here we go. So the rings are out of this one. So it's just loose, but if I want to, then I can just take a page, work on it, and then put the book together after. So if you're trying to lay something flat, that's nice. This is a good size. Doing some random stuff in here. So yeah, some watercolor and then a black pad. I haven't really done a ton with that, but I want to have options. The kids had gotten one at one point where you can scratch into it. But yeah, that one's just a normal black pad that you can work in. So again, cheap notebooks you can buy anywhere. These tend to end up being just like lists for me of things. Like this is just like random notes and lists again, like that other one. So not really for art journaling or anything, but I'll take them with me and the kids will doodle in them. You know, it's funny. I'll like flip through my journals and find all kinds of random stuff. Oh, this one's me. Well, they're all practicing my name. And a lot of notes about namaste. It's funny. So yeah, notes on notes on notes. I'm very digital, but I'm also visual, you know, so. And my kids love art, like I said, so I'll bring places for them to play with too. So anyway, wait, look at that, Tatiana. Have burlesque shows changed since COVID? All right, moving on. So I have more notebooks like that you would maybe use for like grocery lists and stuff. But this one I ended up doodling in. These thin pages though, they're just thin, you know, so you can't really use like marker or it'll bleed right through. So I skip pages sometimes, but even pressing on it will make an impression on the next page. So, you know, when you're doing like thin, like this is just a little bit harder to do like mixed media type stuff, but you can use ink on it, but look at how much that bled through, it like made an imprint on the next page. So these are just like random patterns I was trying, and it looks like I had notes before that. I could never, look, the start, or was it the ending? I could never stick to a theme. Like I'll start a new book and be like, oh, this will be my whatever kind of book. And then, nope, I end up doing something totally different. Making plans now. So that's that kind of notebook. And then this gorgeous notebook I wanted to preserve for something, but destroyed it too. So a lot of pages got ripped out, but you know, kids stuff. These are fun to have around, that kind of size. And then this type, I like this because you can close it up, so it's nice, but also kids stuff. The lined pages obviously are different than the one where I do this pattern a lot, where they're just completely white. So this is more for like note taking and lists than the other one. Whereas the other one might be more for drawing. But see, if you're doing something angular like this, you have lines to work with. So there's that, I guess. I'm always doing random patterns. I wonder sometimes if I should like cut them out and put them in a different book. Then I'm like, what? Every single one I have is like this. So just random. See, then there's like notes, and then that's it. So, if you don't have 100 million notebooks, are you really an artist? No. I think I got this one too originally as more of a journal diary type thing, and then it turned into kind of a sketchbook. So again, initially just kind of taking ideas and then, you know, maybe drawing a little bit, the chakras, you know, like that's more note taking. But then I'm like, what's the Tao Te Ching? But then I was like, oh, I'm going to draw. So I ended up kind of just challenging myself. My husband asked me to draw this, and then Tatiana, I think you asked me to draw that, and then, or no, this one. So I just picked this one. Tatiana asked me, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, pencil kind of smudges. So I was like, when I was working on one, I would skip pages. So that's also something you have to consider, I guess. But definitely too thin to work again with paints and anything, you know, markers would bleed. So pencils, you know, for this one. And then I love this one. It's kind of a newer one that I just opened, and it comes like 4 mixed media. So it's got all kinds of cool papers already added to it, which is fun. And I had just added a couple of quick collages that I'd already worked on, like this one. And then this one, this page, I did it on the page. I just painted the background and added some stuff. So lots of fun for that one. And then of course I had to start another one, and I thought maybe I would make it like a Christmas journal, but no way would I have time to finish a whole Christmas journal. So I thought, oh, I'll just start it with Christmas and then move into whatever other holiday it is throughout the year. So I'm kind of just doing this too. This is one that I did mixed media, like a whole bunch of different, just kind of for fun stuff. And then thought I would make a few different layouts for Christmassy vibes, but I only got this far. So just using some of the fodder that I already have, and then some stuff that I've made. And the idea was, you know, at least a few pages, but that's as far as I got. I love this book though. Look how big this is. So compared to, you know, something like this, this is the biggest book I have to work in. And it could easily take a printout that's an 8x10, but also, you know, it's bigger than that. So it's fun to work with. And I can add all the names of the various products because this one is awesome and it lays flat too. And I like the look of the butcher. You can get it in different colors, but the price is really good. I think it was only like $20 or $30, which I love. And I originally got these because I wanted to put my kids' artwork in, you know, but you could easily make this a photo album, a scrapbook, whatever. So another fun one to play with. Gorgeous, I think. And then some of the ones that I have been using, well, I'll quickly show you these. So there's nicer journals that I'm intimidated to use, and they're still in the packaging because they're just like gorgeous, like homemade paper. Look at that. Oh, I love these. It's like, what do I do in here? I don't want to ruin it. And then, shows what it is. You know, all sorts of ones like that. So I have a bunch, and then just cheap ones like I picked up where I thought, oh, those are good little sketchbooks to take on the road. I always have those on hand. This is another one of our brands. So we ordered a sample, a Fusion Muse, and I like these little rubber band closures. So this could be a fun little journal. Easy to take on the road. This is the one I showed you earlier. So this is the people that made it. Yellow paper house. I think I found them on Etsy. And then just some random one. Again, thin pages. I did like one page in there with a light marker a while back and then never touched it again. I just noticed that. All right, so I'm going to show you a million books. Ready? So here's a small watercolor one. Love it. That could be fun to go. Another small one. People have these grid lines for like planners, you know, so if you wanted to do more of a planning type of book, you know, because there's journals, but then there's also like people who literally write like January 1st, you know, and then they'll put the calendar dates and to-do lists and everything. That could be a good one for that. These are gorgeous and fun, but again, thin pages, and they have art in them. So I wanted to do something beautiful, but I didn't know what. Look how pretty. Maybe stickers? This could be a food book. So some that you can get like this kind of already have some designs in them, you know. So if you're looking for something like that, you can order them, or you can get a blank one and then put your own elements into it. And that's why I made some printables for you guys to use, because you can get started with that if you don't have stickers or anything else. This is one of the albums I thought I would put the kids' art in, and it got a little bit wild, and it was intended to be a scrapbook. It's just kind of funny, so I don't know. It's random. I don't know. One day I'll redo. Another one, stone paper sketchbook. Nice drawing paper, basically. It's got a weird, like, I don't know, softness to it, so maybe there's something specific to do with that I'm not aware of. And then you've got your like traditional, I don't know, I guess like photo album, but that could also be scrapbooked, you know. So I bought these, and I intended to have one per kid, but I never built them out yet. So you can buy all the different pages and then design them and insert them, you know. So I bought some paper that would work. Ooh, it's gorgeous. But you know, you basically make your own and then put it in these inserts. So that's good for like photo albums. And this is gonna go long, but you can also make your own. So this is literally a junk or a trash journal. Everything in here is from the mailers that were gonna go in the trash. And then I just taped it together, and I used, I don't know, some different things, like a little thing that my stepdaughter made as like a design element, but basically all just trash and stuff that's gonna go in the recycle bin. So you can make your own. And then I've been journaling for a while. I like this one. I'll recommend this one. I think it's Ranger. They're an art brand that a lot of people like. And it's just fun to work in. So it's got thick enough pages, and they've got a little bit of weight to them, but then they're not too thick, and I like the size and scale of it. So I've been kind of tinkering around in this one for a little while, just making like fun little spreads. Most of these are just from magazines, so I'll get like inspo from a mag or like a free thing, but sometimes I'll use, you know, like this one has like some other elements like stickers, or I'll just paint or whatever. So really anything goes. This is a perfect example of just like a random art journal, you know, and it's not even really journaling because I'm not really like writing in it. I am gluing down like stickers with thoughts or ideas, but I'm not like really writing that much. I guess sometimes, but that's it. And then I like started this one before that, and then I never finished it. But yeah, so I was like, just begin and just do it. And so I had little things. All of these I actually drew myself, you know, and then cut them out. So, and then I got a few stickers, but I made my own stickers, you know. So it was just a fun idea. But then I think I got stuck after this one and didn't make any more in this book. We'll see. Yeah. So this one's just, you know, like again, I doodled, I drew, and then I cut some things out, and then a lot of it's just magazine cutouts, which is fun. And then, yeah, these are just these sketchbooks. I'll sometimes just doodle in them, like try out patterns, or write down ideas. I don't know. So that's fine. I think these ones are pretty cheap. I think I got these on a deal at Barnes & Noble. But this was the one that I suggested for our book, and I've been using this for a while. Actually, this is the watercolor one, but this brand I use it for all of my books now. Oh, and if you want something nice, my daughter gave me this for Christmas, and I want to actually make like a grimoire in it. So if you look at the gorgeous paper in here, it looks like a little witchy book. It's like, it'll be a book of spells and recipes and, I don't know, tea that your grandmother made or whatever, right? But again, hard to do mixed media in, so it wouldn't work well for like junk journaling as much as some of these other ones, but gorgeous book to work in. So, okay. So this though, I started, like I said, I didn't realize when I started kind of just doodling in it that it was a watercolor book at first. So I would probably not use it for that purpose now. I started, I think, ripping out pages just because I wanted to use it for watercoloring and then cut it out and use it for little elements. But anyway, in here, it's just random stuff, and you can see your art journal can be like that. You can literally use it for anything. You're just trying new ideas, you know? So there's that book. But look at, you can see I've been using them for a while. So I won't flip through all of them because that will take forever, but you know, I test watercolors, like, you know, sample new ideas, different kinds of paints, try just writing and doodling, and obviously I like these kinds of patterns, so we might get into some of that. But you know, a lot of this is just experimenting with different mediums and ideas, and then just, you can always go back and play with it and add more if you want, you know? So, and then sometimes it does give me inspiration for something. Like I was looking at this one earlier and I thought, oh, it's so random, but I kind of like it. And then same with this. All right, so this is my actual art journal. I'll save that for last. This, I just wanted to quickly show. So if you wanted to just make pages that are kind of like lists or just notes, see, that's totally fine. Like you can have anything in here. So I even started having, like, I was like, physical health, I had notes on other books. I just like pasted them in, you know? So physical health. And you can design it, make it cute. These are just plain, easy, like gift ideas I wanted to keep on a page. What I want. What do I want? And as we go, it'll become cooler and cooler, you know, like to visualize it and add to it. So that's another idea of just list building. You can also collage in your book. If you're not ready to commit to a page, like you can, I don't want to show my address. You can, you know, paperclip things in there like that. So they're not actually glued down. You can experiment like I've been and try a pattern if you like it. Different colors, then get weird with it. You know. And actually I was doodling these this morning. I was gonna show you some secret handwriting that you can use, and then like how you can cut out and layer things, you know, design on pages outside of your book, and then decide if you want to add them or rip them up and use them as fodder later. Sometimes I just do it. So here's my book, my journal that we're working in now, and my last 2 pages. And here's one more book. So this is my actual art journal that I started for the class I was taking online. I am taking, but kind of on pause right now. So it's, you know, again, notes and then ideas. So it's not just art. It's like, hey, here's what I want to make, or what I liked, or what I didn't like, or things I want to play with more, you know, things I want to remember, marks I want to make again, experimenting with handmade stamps, and then die making, collaging, just everything. And so I'll sample new color palettes and then try them out in different formats to see how I like them. And then keep a log of the papers that I make or collage them. So it's just like a fun book, see what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be anything. That's why I like working in these mixed media And in this size, this kind of book, because it can handle all this, you know? And obviously you're not trying to make it perfect. You're trying to add things that you want to turn back to and look at again and say, hey, I want to remake that, or I didn't like that, like I said. So anyway, that's it. This video is very long. Hopefully that sparks some ideas for you in terms of how you can creatively journal and different ways you might use a journal. I mean, it's everything from recipes to, you know, spells, to photography, scrapbooking, doodling, word art, whatever, practicing, keeping notes of life. I mean, it's your journal, you know? So just have fun. Don't get intimidated by it. Make bad art. Like, what is this? I was just sitting there doodling last night. Who cares, you know? Make bad art. Don't be intimidated. If you don't like it, guess what? There's perforations on this. You can just rip out the page and nobody will even know it was in there. Okay, love you, babes. Can't wait to see what you make.